Hi everybody, this is Cindy from Prairie Dog Pals. I just wanted to come and talk to y'all today again, and y'all may be tired of hearing it, but this just really upsets me, about water. I did a video about bottled water and how shocked I was that they put additives and stuff in bottled water, and how we're not sure how they process it or purify it or any of that. But I want to talk about tap water today. Something that everybody uses. We bathe in it, we cook with it, wash our dishes in it. Some people drink it straight out of the tap. Please don't do that anymore. Please watch this video and do not drink water straight out of the tap without filtering it first. Please don't. So what got me started on this is I had a lady come into the campground office and ask me whether we were on well water or city water. At this particular campground, we're on city water. And I told her we're on city water here. She said, "What's wrong with y'all's water?" I said, "What do you mean, what's wrong with our water?" I said, "What makes you think there's a problem with our water?" She said, "Well, when I take a shower, I have very sensitive skin and I'm breaking out in a rash." I said, "Oh my goodness, I use the same water and I haven't had any issues. I haven't noticed anything, and I haven't heard of anybody else having an issue thus far." She said, "Okay," and she left the office. And I started thinking about it. I said, wow, that's kind of concerning. So I got on the computer, started looked up the city that we're in and looking into what, the water tested in the area and if there was anything to be concerned about the city water we're on. So another lady in the office said, "All the information's out there, you just got to dig for it." She wasn't kidding. You do have to dig for it. They're not going to just have it out there in your face for you to look at. So they did have water test results on the city water website. Does have some contaminants in it. I guess there's no way to get them all out. And some of them exceeded, I guess, what they consider. They say it was still in the guidelines of what was safe, but they were still higher on the high side. So I thought, where can I go to get more of a non-biased test result? So I found a website that was called the EWG Tap Water Database. Thought, well, maybe they won't be biased. So this says that there's 31 total contaminants in the water here where we are, in the tap water where we are. I was like, wow, that seems like a lot to me. Okay, maybe I'm just being a little unrealistic, but I thought that was high. Then I found out that 13 of those 31 contaminants exceed the EWG health guidelines. Okay, so maybe they're just a little high, and that's why they exceed them. So I read further. No, these contaminants were much higher than their guidelines and the government guidelines, which was way concerning. So it says on their website, legal does not necessarily equal safe. Getting a passing grade from the federal government does not mean the water meets the latest health guidelines. What? I'm going to read that again in case you didn't hear it. Legal does not necessarily equal safe. Getting a passing grade from the federal government does not mean the water meets the latest health guidelines. I don't know about you, but that's very concerning to me. Then it went on to say that legal limits for contaminants in tap water have not been updated in almost 20 years. What? The legal limits for contaminants in tap water have not been updated in almost 20 years? I don't know about you, but that is crazy to me. With all the technology, all the updates, all the everything, we can't update what is safe for our water? We can't update the legal limits for our tap water that we use every day? That's crazy to me. That's not safe. How many new chemicals, drugs, things that get into our tap water every day? I mean, into our water system. And then, of course, it's supposed to be filtered through the water treatment plants. But if our tap water, after it's been treated through the water treatment plants, still have these kind of contaminants in them, that's very concerning. And you haven't updated the legal limits? Come on now, that's just not good. I'm almost at a loss for words. We update everything else. Why can't we update that? Something that we use so commonly every day. That really frustrates me. So then I went, nothing I can do about that, right? I mean, I don't know if I could convince somebody to upgrade them or not, but anyway. So then I started looking into what can I do about it? What can I do to make my water safe? Well, most common thing is to filter that water. Okay? So then you have to think, what am I going to have to do to my water to make it safe? Well, we filter our water because we travel in our motorhome all over the place, and you never know whether you're going to be on well water, city water. I always thought if I was on city water, I was probably okay because they have guidelines, they test it, this, that, and the other, but apparently that doesn't really matter. So we usually have a water filter that's on the spigot that it goes through. Then it goes through the hose into our RV, our motorhome, and it has another water filter that it goes through, and then we get it out of the tap. So it's being filtered twice. So I thought that was pretty good. We were talking with some other work campers, and they said, oh no, that's good that you do that, but you still need to filter that water even more. So the more we talked about it, Alec and I got a Berkey water filter, and that's a charcoal filter. So we would take the tap water here in the motorhome and filter it through that if we were going to be drinking it, or if we were going to give it to the dogs and cats to drink. And in my little bit of research, and I'm not a scientist and I'm not a big research person, but in my research, a carbon filter is a good way to get a lot of the contaminants out, but it does not get all of them out. So do not fool yourself that with a charcoal filter you are getting all the contaminants out, because you're not. The best way to filter out as many contaminants that you can is to do reverse osmosis. So if I were to ever buy a house, it wouldn't matter whether I was on well water, tap water, well water, city water, whatever. I would have a reverse osmosis on my house to filter every bit of water that even entered the house. Since we use a Berkey water filter, I started looking into getting new filters for our Berkey. And because I wanted good, clean water filters. And Berkey has come out with another water filter that will filter out fluoride, chlorine, and arsenic. I don't know why there's so much arsenic in the water where we are right now. That's major concerning to me. It doesn't filter out all of the arsenic, but it gets a lot of it out. And I figure that's the best I can do for me right now in my current situation. So please do not drink your tap water. Please make sure you filter your water. I thought it was odd at Christmas when, of course I'm on Facebook, when I kept getting a bunch of Facebook ads about shower filters. Thought, why do we need shower filters? Well, apparently there's a lot of contaminants in our water, even when it's gone through a water treatment plant and your own city water. Apparently there's a lot of contaminants in it. And I guess for some people it's not safe to even shower in because it breaks their skin out. They have very sensitive skin and so forth. And so they make these shower filters so you can filter the water coming out of your shower that you bathe in. Is this really what it's come to? We've got to filter every bit of water, even the water we shower in is possibly not safe. This really bothers me that we're not upgrading our guidelines, that we continue to add more chemicals and stuff to our water and spray on our fields that contaminate our water source, that even if it goes through a water treatment plant, we still end up with water that's honestly not safe for some people to even bathe in or drink. We wonder why we have so many issues in this country with sicknesses and stuff. One other thing that I found when I started reading about these 13 contaminants that exceed the health guidelines was that potential side effects, a lot of them were cancer. Actually, 10 of the 13 contaminants said that it could cause cancer. One of them said a change in blood chemistry. What does that even mean? That's insane to me. But all I want to stress today is, in my opinion, tap water is not safe to drink. Please look into what type of water you have coming in to your house or your RV, and please test it. And if you can't test it, filter the water. If you break out in a rash after taking a shower, buy one of those shower head filters. Filter the water. Do not drink water straight out of the tap. Please don't. Please filter your drinking water and filter the water you give to your pets. I don't know why it's so difficult to have good, clean water, but apparently it is. I just wanted to put this information out there. This honestly, truly bothers me, and I'll try not to go on any more rants about water, but this just seems ridiculous to me that we have to do this and make all these businesses and companies wealthy in the process, when I feel like it should be able to be taken care of before it gets to us. But that's neither here nor there. We have to deal with what we have. So please filter your drinking water. Be safe out there. If you found this video helpful or informative, please like it, share it so that we can get the message out to everybody, and subscribe to my channel. I'm going to be talking about a lot of different things on this channel, not just water, but these were just a few things that were bothering me and that concern me. So I hope y'all have a great day, and I look forward to talking to you soon. If you have any comments about what I've said or any questions, not that I could answer them, but I would certainly try to, please leave a comment below. I hope y'all have a great day and look forward to talking to you again.